America, we starting the new year off all kinds of fucked up. Let me do this.
Yep, we do.
Take two.
Take two
One,
and go.
America, welcome to sports in layman's terms. I am Willie Soso, now that I have my mic turned on. And to my right, we have.
Hi, my name is Stevie Franchise. What's up, America? Happy New Year to all.
And to my left, we have.
It's a work in progress. I'm here with two bifocal guys, so I'm not going to say no much more about that. But I can see. Just want you to know.
I would say his New Year's resolution was to try to be a better man.
It was not.
What the
Was
fuck?
not. Was not.
He didn't even give us his little moniker.
I'm trying something different for the first week.
Trying to be a better person. Nope.
Trying to do something different for the first week.
You're fucking up. And if you're not working on yourself,
Then what the fuck are you doing? There you go. See, that's why I said every week. I'm not working on myself this week, I guess. Fuck it up. I'm fucking up.
Okay. All right, America. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know how we get down. Beaming live from our favorite watering hole, Snookers in Livonia. And we're coming to you with no coach speak, no media spin, just some sports fans at the bar with the drinks, talking the sports, just like you. And we got to get into it because this has been a busy week. All right. Like we always do around this time, we're starting with college football because it is nearing the end. In fact, we're down to the last game of the season, the CFP championship. And by this time next week, we'll have a CFP champion. We got Michigan. We got Washington. This guy.
I know
This guy. Michigan and Washington next week in the CFP championship Monday night. So let's just ask a question that everybody wants to know. I'll start with you. I'm not even going to ask you.
I'm going to do a shot. Light talks. Right?
Who you got with
Michigan?
Michigan wins. Why?
I think the running game, Washington defense is suspect, been suspect all year. They run the game. They going to just run pretty much run that ball. If they play Penix.
Say it. If you ain't working on yourself.
I was about to say something else, though.
I know.
Again,
they played
Penix. Working on the New Year's resolutions.
Even though he was off and on hurt in Indiana, they played him before. They know about him. So
when he was at Indiana, though,
yeah,
he ran all over the ass.
I know. I said they played him before. So they know about him. They know about him. Yeah. So I think I know Washington got these great fucking receivers, man. They got some great receivers. Offense is pretty much elite. But I think the defense can hold them back enough for Michigan to run away with the game.
Fair enough. Do we even dare ask this one here?
Yeah, who you going for, Washington?
I got some game insight.
Okay. Okay, fine. Franchise, who do you think is going to win the CFP?
I'm going on a limb here. I'm going to go with Michigan. I think that this,
Dun, 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 cliffhanger.
But I think it's going to be a lot closer game than people think, and I think Washington's strong suit. Obviously, their wide receivers and their offensive line. Michigan's strong suit is their defensive line and their secondary. It might come down to who could run the ball better, and who the better quarterbacks. Who gets less sack? What quarterback gets sacked the less?
I'll tell you this though about this game.
It might be.
If they make the turnovers they did against Alabama, it won't be fucking close.
It might be a shootout, but if Michigan goes into a shootout, it's going to be TCU all over again.
Yeah. See, now that right there is that's what gives me pause.
Yeah.
Michigan is not built. Scratch that. J.J. McCarthy is not built to win a shootout. No, it's just not what he does. It's not who he is, or at least we definitely haven't seen that from him. So,
Michigan's way is keep the game close, and when it gets to gut wrench time, run the ball, run the clock, score late, and stop your opponent.
Nah, I think that you all both hit it on the head. The battle is going to be won on the line, whether Washington's offensive line, they're not going to stop Michigan's defensive line or their linebackers, but if they can contain them, Penix don't need but that much time.
You might see Penix roll out left and right a lot.
Yeah.
He's not going to sit there in the pocket. Not like Melrose did. Melrose sat in the pocket way too long. It wasn't until the second half when he started to roll.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. And it's with that, I'm going with Washington. But just like last week, and I was wrong last week. I picked Alabama last week.
Yeah, I like when he picks the wrong team.
But
he does it a lot.
I do not. Do you remember the you know what? I'm not even doing that with you. But I'm going to go with Washington because I figured they're going to scheme up a way to neutralize the defensive line. And it might be Penix rolling out. It might be some scripted plays directly for him to run. Just to keep them off balance.
I don't think you'll see Penix in the pocket in the first 15 or 20, whatever they do the scripted plays. You'll see him roll left, he's left. You probably roll left a lot more than you roll right, you know. So
and then the other thing, I know that Michigan has a very good secondary. I just don't think that they're as good as Odunze and Jalen Pope.
Them
cats are
Odunze is up there. I mean, if you ask me, you know, Marvin Harris is the number one receiver coming out of that only because maybe name recognition only.
Right.
But as the season went, if the game as the season's gone along, it's like 1A and 1B. Flip a coin and say who's 1A and 1B.
All fact.
You know, and like if I look at the catches made, the games played, I think Odunze is like a lot tougher catches he made in crunch time.
Agreed.
You know, where he had to make a catch.
And let's be very, very clear about something. Washington played a much tougher schedule than Michigan did.
Until the end of the season. Oh, that's right. We beat Penn State without our coach. Oh, Ohio State without our coach.
Last I checked, Washington is in the Pac-12, correct?
That's still around?
Well, for now. This is the last game for them.
This is the last game. We think about it, too, unless you get to your point. It's like, think about it. These two teams next year, both of them be a Big Ten team.
Facts.
And then the two losers of this weekend, I'm not like throwing shit at nobody, but the two losers of the game are both going to be in the SEC and SEC next
also
year.
Facts.
You know, this is weird how that happened.
It's
a
hell of a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Washington for the reasons stated. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm sort of kind of shaky about that.
It's a shaky game.
Yeah. But let's move on to the next little bit of business. Since we are nearing the last game of the college football season, let's address this. A lot of these quarterbacks that we've seen playing in these bowl games, in particular, J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix, they're going to be hopping into the NFL draft next year. I know J.J. McCarthy hasn't officially said, but he's probably going to the league next year, or at least going to put his name in the hat.
Right.
So my question is, who do you all think is going to be the first QB selected in the 2024 NFL draft?
Caleb Williams.
You think it's going to be Caleb Williams?
By far.
That by far is where I disagree.
By far.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I got it between two, and again, it goes down to Marvin Harrison. It might be Caleb Williams because name recognition.
Well, not that they will be drafted one overall, although I do think that a QB will be drafted one overall. But that's neither here nor there. Just the first one off the board.
If a quarterback doesn't go first off the board, I may look at Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels
from
you
LSU.
Think that Heisman buzz is going to bolster him. I
think teams are looking at other teams with running quarterbacks and to extend plays. If you look now, like Justin Fields is actually starting to extend a lot of plays. And he's getting better. He's getting better. Of course, we got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, we got Lamar Jackson. But I mean, Jaden Daniels is up there. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden Daniels is number 2 overall pick, and not the number 2 overall pick, but second quarterback taken. But if I'm going to go with one, I'll go with the census and just go Caleb Williams. Yeah.
All right, so both of you all are saying Caleb Williams.
He's the most prepared.
I disagree.
He got all the physical attributes.
No, I think we were just talking about the first quarterback to come off the board.
No.
And that's Michael Penix.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He is the most complete quarterback out of the names, whether it's Caleb Williams,
No,
whether
he's
it's Drake
not.
May,
No, he's
whether
not.
it's Jaden Daniels, definitely J.J. McCarthy is in the distance from all of them.
Yeah, far.
But
Caleb was the most complete quarterback in the draft.
I don't think he is.
See, I'm saying
Caleb
this.
Williams in crunch time gets rattled too easy.
I don't think so. I think we did last year. Y'all doubted me before. Y'all was all on Bryce Young, and I told y'all TJ Stroud was the man.
No, we don't say we.
Go back and look at the video. All of y'all saying Bryce Young. And I'm like, TJ Stroud is the man.
On the strength of Bryce Young coming from Alabama, I know I wasn't on him.
You saw him too.
No,
pull the tapes.
No, sir.
I'm the only one that see Stroud was the man.
That's last year. And B,
so my point is, believe in the history. When I tell you Caleb Williams, it's Caleb Williams.
You think Caleb Williams was bored this year? Bored this year? You think he was bored this year?
I don't think the team was as good as it was last year.
Because if you look at his numbers from the way he played the year before when he won the Heisman, the way he played this year,
I don't think the team was good as last year.
I mean, did he play?
Maybe he was playing board. But let me just say this. Let's go back to the year that he won the Heisman. In the big moment, he folded. And that was the year that he won the Heisman. This year, he folded several times in the big spots.
Like 5 times, right?
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know if
The kid, I'm not saying that he's not going to be good. But if we're talking about who's more NFL ready right now, I think it's Michael Penix.
I don't think. Don't go against history. Don't go against me. I'm telling you now.
I mean, NFL ready is probably Michael Penix.
Correct.
But he's going to be the first quarterback on the board. I highly doubt it.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. But I think if Caleb Williams goes before Michael Penix, we're going to see Bryce Young, CJ Stroud all over.
I don't think so.
Not to that. Well, not to that extreme. But you get my point.
No, we never really talked about Drake May. You know,
I don't believe in Drake May at all. I don't believe
Duke?
in Drake May.
North Carolina.
Oh, whatever.
Close enough. You know, what is it, like 14 miles away?
Yeah, whatever.
But no, I don't believe in Drake May like that.
No,
I think Drake May is the next Kenny Pickett.
Well, you know, Drake May came to famous school for Mitch Trubisky, so
I'm gonna throw this out here. Y'all can so did y'all think
proving our point?
That's what I was trying to do.
Y'all, we can all speculate and talk. We'll think gonna happen. What happened in the college? Totally different games, NFL. But did you think Brady would be Brady when he came out? Brady was more like J.J. McCarthy when he came out.
Shit, not even because J.J. McCarthy can run.
So Kyle Shanahan showed me that he can work any quarterback and make any quarterback good.
Who?
He's making Sam Darnold look good, but Sam Darnold came in.
Who you say?
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan, head coach of San Francisco.
Oh, he's a great coach.
I mean, I could put you in there, Whip.
Now I don't know about that.
7 for 10 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I'll be 2 interceptions off the jump.
That'd be the end of Kyle Shanahan's streak right
He's
there.
fired.
But I'm thinking to myself,
what a wonderful life.
No, and that's not how the song goes.
Here's a prediction for you.
I think that we're not going to see
What a wonderful world.
anything like Brock Purdy or Tom Brady anytime soon.
Hey, well,
Don't worry about it.
They're saying that by the end of his career, he's gonna be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Who's they?
Patrick Mahomes. They said he's gonna be great quarterback of all time. I said they smoking.
I think teams are figuring him out.
I'm saying they smoking. He ain't gonna be greatest quarterback of all time. The motherfucker's good. I don't know about that, but the greatest of all time, no.
All right. So since we're talking about, the Chiefs moved up to get him. That's one.
Correct.
So this isn't. It's not like he came out of nowhere. While we're talking about these particular quarterbacks here, hey, these particular quarterbacks are on the marquee. These are the people that are expected to be X, Y, and Z. And make no mistake about it. Out of these 4 quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, 2 of them are going to be a bust.
I agree with that.
That's just statistics.
I
Now,
agree
which
with that.
2?
But I tell you this: he's talking about J.J. McCarthy. If your boy takes the Raiders job, if they offer him, J.J. McCarthy could end up in Las Vegas.
Well, that'd probably be the only way. But I don't see J.J. McCarthy as a first-round quarterback whatsoever.
Hey, you don't got to be first round to be great.
Whatsoever. Not even
Look at
close.
Purdy.
I see him a late
Look at
second,
Brady.
maybe early
Purdy
third.
is rare.
I
Look at
see
Brady.
J.J. McCarthy late second or early third.
Well, no,
I
shit.
mean,
What's it called?
I mean, he's got the mindset for a quarterback, which might helps him.
He don't throw enough for me. I don't really know. I can't really see all his skills. He don't throw enough.
I see nowadays any
He's
quarterback
like 15 passes a fucking game. How can you tell what his skills
I
level
see
is?
nowadays any quarterback coming from Michigan, when they run the ball like 80% of the time, and they ask the quarterback to throw like a 15-yard out, they never throw the deep ball. They never have, a tantalizing wide receiver like a Marvin Harrison Jr. or Dunze, because they know Michigan's just going to run the ball and throw it to the tight end, and that's about it.
They talk about J.J. McCarthy like he's fucking throwing 45, 50 passes a game.
Well, here's the thing about
he's a game manager.
Okay, true. But here's the thing about it, and franchise sort of kind of hit on it as to why quarterbacks like J.J. McCarthy or who's the other kid you said?
Drake May.
Why they get to be names. Not that they're the most NFL ready. Like, we agree that Michael Penix is probably the most NFL ready, but Caleb Williams is probably going to go number one.
Yeah.
It's because of the name. It's because Caleb Williams has the hardware. He has the Heisman with him. Mm-hmm. That doesn't
mean
a
lot.
That
Heisman don't mean nothing.
Right.
Charlie Ward won. He get fucking drafted.
That's my point. That doesn't translate, but teams might look at that as, okay, this is the reason why we're drafting him, because it's the name more than the skill. This is why J.J. McCarthy may get drafted higher than what he probably should.
J.J. McCarthy.
We don't know. You're right.
But J.J. McCarthy's a third-round draft, if that.
Should be, but the name, him having that block him on the front of his jersey, that's going to mean something to somebody, some NFL team.
If he's drafted in the first round, I'll be 100% shocked.
I would 1,000% shocked.
I would too.
And
I'm telling you, if he does, it's because of that block him, not because of what he showed.
If he gets drafted in the first round, it's because Harbaugh went to Vegas.
I'll have to agree with Whip on this one.
And he took McCarthy.
Look, in the event that Jim Harbaugh actually does go to the NFL and goes wherever he goes, not even Jim Harbaugh is nuts enough to draft J.J. McCarthy.
We talk about John here. We talk about Jim.
I mean, Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, he is fucking nuts to do it.
He nuts, but he ain't that nuts.
Shit. I can make that man do what I want to do.
But speaking of nuts,
you see his dance move this weekend?
No, I'm not paying none of that, no attention. I can't do it. But speaking of nuts, there's one bowl game in particular that we sort of kind of had to pay attention to, even though it wasn't part of the CFP. And that was Georgia, who was the consensus number one until they lost to Alabama, and Florida State, who got snubbed out of the CFP. They played the game. Georgia beat the brakes off of them 63-3.
That score is that's not a true score.
Of course, it's not a true score. The reason it's not a true score is because 14 starters, 22 players in total for Florida State opted out of the game.
From my research, there's 29 scholarship players didn't play.
Okay, 29. Well, 14 out of 22 were starters and didn't opted out and or were injured.
Do you blame them?
I do not blame them.
I don't know. Opt the fuck out too. I get snubbed.
But
go somewhere else.
How do we get to the portal? How do we feel about not just here and the way that it skews the outcome of the football game, but how do we feel about players opting out? I mean, we know why they're opting out, right? We're all clear on that.
Yep.
Why they're opting out?
Now, when it comes to Florida State, all these guys opt out because they're going to the draft, or
I thought some of them got to the portal.
I know. All three of their receivers,
got to the portal.
Keon Coleman opted out. He's going to the league.
He's NFL. He's
going to the league. Another one of their receivers going to the league.
He's going to Sunday.
Jared Burse, one of their air rushers, going to the league.
Okay.
It's a couple of their defensive linemen, I believe, going to the league.
Okay. So
of course, Jordan Travis hurt. The backup quarterback, he transferred.
Right.
And that's 5 right there at pivotal points. But are we okay with this, dude?
I'm good with it. I'll tell you why. I'm good with it because the college football is in disarray. It's gonna be in disarray. They got no fucking organization to control this motherfucker. The portal, the NIL, and all this other shit going on. They just running wild. I'm good with it. That's what you get when you let motherfuckers run wild.
Franchise?
Oh man,
I'm just gonna toast with him because I agree.
Like
Out of control.
I'm on some of these. First and foremost, did the CFP get it right?
No,
Before the games played? No. Did they get it right after the games ever played? Probably.
only. But see, that's
I know, but
point.
I know.
If they
I'm going.
put 'em
I'm
in
still
the
moving. I'm
CFP,
still
you
moving.
know
All them guys play.
I'm still moving. Florida State. As soon as they knew they weren't playing, the players that opted out, obviously, go get your money. Don't get hurt. Because we've seen that too many times happen in the past.
Ask Jake Butt.
Anybody. But people that didn't play or went to the transfer portal, and if they got NIL money, they should be. If you got NIL money and you hopped in the transfer portal instead of playing in the game, that's something they should look at. Because if you get NIL money, you should be playing for the whole season. Unless you got a broken leg or whatever.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about NIL money. NIL money doesn't come from the school. NIL money.
Oh, I know it's boosters. I know it's like, but there's got to be something out there. You say, okay, we'll pay you this, but guess what? You're playing in every game that we're scheduled.
Why you think get the NIL money though? Why you think somebody athletes get the NIL money?
I'm sorry.
Why do you think some athletes get the NIL money?
Because they want them to play for they want you to play for your school.
No, it's not about the school. The people.
Wait, you're not paying you're not paying somebody to come play at your booster school?
No,
you're paying them for the likeness.
It's not boosters. The thing about it is the people that put that NIL money up, they're looking for a return on investment, and it's not necessarily on the field. They're looking to recoup that money from that player.
When you get to the NFL.
Not just
whatever league you want.
No, I wouldn't say that.
We're not talking.
What I would say is
we're not talking Martin days.
Just like everything else.
I'm not talking about paying back.
Just like everything else, there's a return on investment. It's not just boosters singularly. You have to have a business. It's not just some fat cat alumni that's just giving them money. No, it's a contract. There's a trade-off. You're going to be representing my company, but it's NFL. God damn it! Why do I keep saying NFL? You're going to be representing my company, my business, but it's NIL money.
All right, so Matt Ishima, owner of what, the Kings?
The Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
All the money he gave to the University of Michigan State, Michigan State University, to get players there, to get the coach there. Come on.
And you think that was just freely given? No, there's a condition for that. They wind up putting up monuments and buildings for this dude.
With his name on this shit.
That shit's not free.
His legacy.
That shit's not free. And with this NIL money, these players, they now become spokespersons for these businesses.
And what they could do to help some of it is push back the portal date till after the bowl games.
Well, I don't know how they're going to fix that, but it's not fixed. And as a result, as it stands right now, I'm with it. Fuck it. It's the Wild Wild West. I want everybody to be Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, but if it's the Wild Wild West, then the whole Florida State Georgia game is nothing then.
It was nothing anyway. If the kids would have stayed, we would have found out, in my opinion, who actually was the best team in the country.
Anyway,
and it wouldn't have been official, but at least we would have known.
Right. Like I told you 100 times, the college football playoff ruined every bowl game.
Sure did.
That doesn't include the Final Four.
Sure did. But But it wasn't coincidence that they put Georgia and Florida State in the bowl game together because they wanted to see something. It wouldn't have counted.
10 years ago,
they wanted to see something.
10 years ago, would I watch Georgia, Florida State? Many times sit there and watch that game 10 years ago? Hell yeah, I would have. Would I watch Ohio State, Missouri? Hell yeah, I would have. But these games are just. The bowl games now are they're laughing stock. If you weren't in the college football playoff, those are the only teams that they're playing with a full roster.
Prior to that, there was the BCS. And if you weren't considered for the BCS, guess what? The bowl game that you were going to did not matter. Nobody cared. I know I didn't. I only cared about if you weren't playing for a championship, it didn't matter. At least that's how I felt about it. I'm sure I'm not alone.
Yeah, I watched them bowl games. I watched the 4 people that played last time.
Now, when it was the AP and the coaches poll,
that was different.
Oh, now you have to watch all of them because it might be Penn State over here or it might be
Liberty
over there, whomever. Right. And you had to watch them. Now, no, you don't have to watch them because they don't mean anything.
I bet you like.
Hey man, they mean something to that fan base of that school.
On the non-bowl, on all the other bowl games, and
I'll put it to you like this: the TV ratings beg to differ. So
not the fan base.
Them the only motherfuckers that's watching.
Did you see how happy Georgia was winning that game?
Moving on. Let's get to the king of it. NFL. And America, if you've been paying attention, Detroit has been at the center of the NFL all season. We've been doing the damn thing. It's been a completely different season for us. Up until last Saturday night. See, America, there's this thing called SOL. And SOL stands for same old Lions.
Well, I thought that shit out of luck.
Also that.
Oh, okay.
But we find innovative ways to lose, or innovative ways are found for us to lose. And Saturday was the first sign of SOL this season. Y'all all saw it. I don't have to rehash this. The as a eligible receiver, the ref gets that wrong. The refs, the NFL, they won't even admit that it was a screw up. But we can all see there's literally like video proof that they screwed up. But that's not what we're going to talk about. Because like I said, we're used to this over here. We get this type of shit. The last time we played a playoff game in Dallas, SOL. Throw a flag, pick it up. But that's not what I want to talk about.
But you know what, though? That mistake was a major mistake future-wise.
It certainly was.
Because nobody thought that Philadelphia was going to lose to the Cardinals.
Up seeding.
If Detroit gets that win, and I didn't think they had an opportunity to win first home for the best out of the playoff. Right. They get that win. Philadelphia lose, they number 2, and they right there with San Francisco.
But that's not what we're talking about. That's not really what I want to do. I want to do a little go down memory lane, if you will.
Memory lane.
Give me your best conspiracy theory
about the Lions
as to why we always get screwed by the refs and the NFL. Let's take this game in particular.
I thought, this to my mind, when I'm watching that game, and he goes for the 2 and they get it and they put it back. I thought he should kick the field goal at that point, go overtime. But
true,
I thought the referee had money on the game at that point. So I can't not lose my money. My house is up for this.
Bet the kids tuition.
Illegal touch. As you can see from the video, Goff send this motherfucker over there.
Yep. He's standing directly
send
in front
him
of
over there. Yep. The 2 guys standing there. Sewell got his back turned to the motherfucker, so he's not talking to him.
Mm-hmm. Which by the way,
he's talking to him.
Which by the way,
and number 70,
58 and 68 both over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being on the line? They say 58, 68.
Yeah.
Which
one is that? 58, 68?
Is that 58?
That was great.
And
that was brilliant.
True.
And the referee's walking off with 70. He's walking up. So how can he say something to you?
Absolutely. So you figure the ref had money on the game.
Oh, my doubt. No doubt, dude. I think he bet on that game.
Mine is SOR.
SOR. Same old
refs.
Okay.
I'm thinking that these Lions are proving people wrong the last, 20, 17,
26
almost 30 games
yeah,
now.
Sure.
Almost, and I don't think the refs caught up with the Lions.
I think the memo.
I think the refs some of these refs are still being lazy.
They
I'll tell you
didn't
this,
get the
though.
memo that we're good. Now.
Yeah. Right. I think they're
I
just like
think
going,
though.
oh, wait a minute. Normally we call holding or something. Don't we?
I don't even think.
I'll throw it real quick, you know.
I know the I don't even think it's the Lions that the referees fucked up. That's the same crew that missed the mugging when the Kansas City threw that bomb.
Oh yeah.
That's the same crew that did
against
that.
Green Bay.
That's the same crew that did something else earlier this season.
So they're
That's the same
just
crew. They just fucking lazy.
Mr. Brad.
That referee was being lazy. He saw 70. 70 had been checking in all day. He's like, 70.
Hold on, no. I hear you.
You're making my point. He saw 70 all day. He didn't wait to see what's going on.
And with regards to this particular crew, franchise found an interesting nugget of information. Franchise, how many times has this crew reffed Lions games over the years?
6.
How many of those games did the Lions win?
0.
So that would be only 6. All right. How many penalty yards did the opposing teams have in those games that this crew reffed?
280.
How many penalty yards did the Lions have?
435.
By my math, that's damn near 200 yards more.
I told you he had bet on the game, man. You always bet on these games. Shit.
All 6 of them? Does he only bet when he's reffing the Lions game?
Probably.
Okay.
Lions in the Kansas City. Right?
Well, okay.
I'm winning both of these games.
I got another conspiracy theory as to why. Especially for this game in particular. How about it's the SOSL? Same old storyline.
Oh, I like that one.
Because by keeping us in the 3 seed, this is all made for TV. People.
Oh, made for TV. Yeah.
Because they keep us in the 3 seed, and rest assured, they don't keep the Rams in the 6 seed to make sure that we play our first home playoff game in 30 years.
But
Matt Stafford.
America.
I see that.
Some shit going on.
I see that too, and I had to double check like the scenarios and shit. But McVay has said Stafford's not playing this week.
They're locked into the 6 seed already.
But if Green Bay beats,
they have to play. They got to win.
No, if Green Bay beat Chicago and the Rams lose,
no, they'd still be 6. And
I don't think so.
No, they'd still be 6. And Green Bay would get the 7 seed. They'd still be 6.
Oh,
they're going for the storyline.
That's the storyline.
That's my conspiracy theory.
But that being said, though,
I really think
if I'm the
Rams
Lions,
lose,
I don't want to play the
wins,
Rams. Bro.
No, I'm thinking of what they're thinking is that it doesn't matter if they win or lose. The Rams are in no matter what, either 6 or the 7. I don't think they're locked in
well, let's say that they're not. That means
that Green Bay, if they win, Green Bay comes back here.
Still a good storyline.
I guarantee you, that's going to be it. Watch it. That's going to be the storyline.
I think the Rams are locked in at 6, and I think Detroit's locked in at fucking 3.
At 3, and it would take a miracle.
It'll take for both Dallas and
Philly
to lose.
For us to get to 2.
And we got to beat Vikings,
which shouldn't have happened in the first place. But
I'm up to. I don't like to do this a lot. I really don't. I have to think that.
Come on, toast it up.
Wait, a guy
you're picking up what I'm laying down, aren't you?
Storyline.
You picking up what I'm
coming to
down.
Detroit,
and they've been preaching that storyline for like the past 3 weeks. Ever since it was seen that the Rams was gonna had a good shot at making the playoffs.
That's a hell of a storyline. That's money. That's big money there.
Big money, big TV ratings.
Not a bet going on that one.
Trying to tell you. And somehow or another, Brad Allen is gonna find his way to
I don't think if Green Bay win or lose, if they win, they can't pass them.
I'm just
they
saying,
are stuck at 6.
What I'm going to say is, like, if the Rams lose and Green Bay wins, they'll have the same record. They'll have it's going to come down to the divisional record. You know, because they'll have the same exact
Rams
record.
Are locked in the 6.
So it has to come down to the divisional record between and like what I've heard. You know, when we all listen to the radio from time to time. You know, it's like what I've heard: if the Rams lose and Green Bay wins, then we play Green Bay. But they could be wrong too. But I'm just saying,
maybe. It's a whole bunch of things that could happen.
Yeah, you worry about that. Like if you flip a coin, who would you rather play?
Green Bay.
I don't care.
Shit.
I don't play Green Bay. I don't care I guess Green Bay.
You play against the Rams. You can't. I can play mistake-free football.
I'll tell you
Goddamn it!
this right
You gotta
now.
play mistake-free football.
I'd rather play the Rams right now. The Rams defense is horrible. Green Bay has come to Detroit on a national televised game and beat us. I'd rather play the
What
Rams.
did I tell you about streaks? The Rams are 7-1 their last 8 games. You don't want to take on somebody streaky like that. Maybe second round.
Look at Green Bay. Green Bay's been on a little win streak themselves.
I don't care about the streak. I don't care about the fact that Green Bay beat us on
They got lucky on that day.
Thanksgiving. I'm just thinking to myself, Green Bay is just more familiar with us.
You hate divisional games. I hate them.
If I gotta play somebody, let me play somebody that don't know where we coming from. That's my reason. You're not wrong.
You draft your team to beat the division. You draft players that can beat the people in your division. You know, because like the goal is just to win your division, get that home game. Then once you're in the dance, then you're good to go.
So
you're not gonna draft a player to beat the 49ers. You know, down the road.
What? Speaking of that, though, who we'd want to play? Who do you all think? They're only in both conferences. There are only 3 teams that are locked in where they're at.
No, it's 4 teams locked in both conferences.
No.
Oh, you mean spot-wise?
Spot-wise.
Oh, okay.
They're locked in where they are.
Right.
Yeah, we're locked in at 3 no matter what, unless Philly and Cowboys lose.
Yeah. In the AFC, Baltimore's locked in. KFC. I'm hungry.
The
KFC gonna win this week.
Baltimore,
the KFC,
KC, and Miami are all locked in.
Miami not locked in.
They're
locked in. They're from Miami can be a 2 seed or a 6 seed. If they lose,
but they're locked in the
but they're
playoff. But
locked
they're
in.
not locked in that 2 seed.
But of them,
playoffs yet.
of those 3 teams, who do you think in the AFC, Baltimore, Kansas City, or Miami, who do you think is poised to be upset?
You forgot a team that's locked in over there though.
Who?
Cleveland locked in the fucking spot.
There's room for them to move. They're in.
Nobody's
They're definitely in.
But Cleveland's not going to get a home game though. Cleveland's going on the road.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they're locked in that spot though.
Yeah.
They're not nobody can pass them.
True, they're in, but they're not getting the home game. This is what I'm talking about.
So who
About home game people?
Who do you get upset this weekend or playoff weekend? Wild card weekend.
Whew. I got NFC. I got 2 people possible upset alert. One of them ain't locked in yet.
We got to do AFC first.
I got Detroit on upset alert.
I said AFC.
Oh, my fault.
Baltimore, Kansas City, Miami.
Another.
All 3 of them are getting the home game.
New Year's resolution you should have done.
We're not sure Miami get a home game though.
They're getting a home game.
If they lose to Buffalo, they don't get a home game.
Go with it.
They number 6.
Ooh.
Miami. They lose to Buffalo, they drop to 6.
Right.
And Buffalo get the home game.
Right. Okay, so what?
All right. As it stands right now, jackass, these are the 3 teams that are locked in the home games. Which one of them
Just proved you wrong.
as of now, which one of these teams do you think is poised to be upset?
Baltimore or Kansas City? Which one of them 2 teams are getting upset? Because
Neither.
He's right. Miami's not going to get. They're not secured a home.
They're gonna fucking lose. First of all, they're not getting a home game. But neither.
When you answer the damn question,
I don't think neither of them will be upset. I think they're gonna win the game.
Okay, so if Miami beats Buffalo and Buffalo's.
No, I'm saying if Buffalo home team, I think all the home teams in the AFC besides whoever win that South or whatever, go win the game. I think that the other team was that whoever
so
win
you
the
don't
other
think any of these teams are set to be
First round?
upset? Yes.
No.
So Indy, Houston, Jacksonville.
First of all,
Baltimore.
it's hard to be
Miami.
It's hard to be Baltimore is upset first round. They got to buy. But anyway,
I tried. I can't. You know, you can teach a guy to fish.
I hear you.
You know, you can teach a guy to fish.
All right. So
I don't think none of them will lose their first game.
Yeah, I know. My team that might lose is Kansas City. I think
that's
Kansas
the team
City,
that I'm going.
Kansas City has a great chance to lose at home when they host the playoffs game this wild card week.
You think?
And I think it's pretty much self-explanatory why. For actually 2 reasons. Wide receiver drops, and it shows what happens when you spend $500 million on a quarterback, and you can't spend no money anywhere else.
Hold on. You think Miami will walk into Kansas City and beat them?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen.
If it's Miami that they're playing.
It's gonna be Miami because Buffalo gonna beat them.
If it's Miami, it's playing.
If it's Buffalo, do I think they could walk into KC and beat them? Yeah, because we've seen it happen.
That's different, but it won't be Buffalo. I can tell you.
Look here,
They're not
Nostradamus.
even locked in.
Look
They
here,
ain't locked in.
Nostradamus.
They might even make the fucking playoffs.
Look here, Nostradamus.
They lose that game.
This is why we have a 20-minute buffer on our show.
Right.
This is a playoff game for Buffalo, right? This game this week.
Here's the point. KC is not the KC of old.
That's true.
Was it 9-5?
But they ain't gonna lose at home.
9-6.
They're not gonna lose that game at home.
No, 10-6. 10-6.
No, 10-5. Oh, 10-6.
10-6.
You're right, 10-6.
Are they 10-6?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the team. I'm with you, franchise. That's the team. Let's shift to the NFC. 49ers, Detroit, Dallas. Now, I do know that there's a Philly could be in this, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Who do you think is the team most poised to lose or get upset?
sad to say this. I think two of them could get upset. I think Detroit can get upset. They playing the Rams. They got to play mistake-free ball. They got to run that ball. They got to keep that motherfucker off the ground.
I don't think so. I'm sorry right there for one reason only.
Oh, let me
Because who is the Rams' best person on defense?
Aaron Donald.
Okay, and what is the Lions' most best position in football?
Offensive
right
line.
tackle.
Oh.
Offensive line.
Yeah, well,
Offensive line.
Yes,
right?
the whole group.
Offensive line.
Yes.
You know,
I'm
'cause
saying-
I don't see the Rams put any pressure on Jared Goff. I think that'd be a field day for us. But go ahead.
I'm saying he said who got the at least three, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the Lions got because I think I don't think Green Bay gonna go into Dallas and beat them. Or if they in, who's the other one? If they lose, who can Seattle get it?
It could be a shitload of people. Seattle, Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
So I think if it's
could be-
Seattle, I think Seattle.
Hell,
Go
there's an outside chance it could still be Minnesota.
There it is. You're right. If Seattle get it, I think they can go in and beat Dallas. But I think right now with the way it's set up, I think out of them three, Detroit should be on upset alert. The way it's set up right now.
He's not wrong. Unfortunately.
And now, I'm not saying they're gonna lose. I think they can win the game. They Golf can't turn the ball over. You know, how we turn the fucking ball over.
I think worst case scenario, not that I think that this is going to happen, but yeah, it will be Detroit. Because if they do play the Rams, we're looking at a shootout. And that's the type of thing.
It's where I think you're wrong. I think
But
both you guys are wrong.
But I think that's when the game comes down to who has the ball in their hand last.
I don't think so.
I think it comes
If
down
it's-
to turnovers. If we
it's
can make them
Green-
turn the ball over, we can win the game easy.
Also true. I mean, yeah,
Sanford,
if it's Green Bay,
the Rams
They
gave
know
up
it.
25 points to the goddamn New York Giants.
When was this though?
Name me a wide
That ain't been in the
receiver.
last 7 games.
yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
It was last week.
Name me a wide receiver on the Giants. Whip.
I don't know no wide receivers on the Giants.
Okay.
It's Darius Slayton, but he's for shit.
Okay. Other than Saquon Barkley, name me a running back on the
I
Giants.
can't.
There's no other but Saquon Barkley. He's the one.
Okay. Name me somebody on. Give me a corner on the Rams. Give me a linebacker on the Rams. Give me an edge rusher on the Rams.
I hear you.
I'm just saying. I hate to do this to you, but I think if the Lions play the Rams,
Just 'cause
I think it's easiest road to get to the next
Just
round.
because you ain't named well, don't mean you don't play well.
That is also true.
They ain't been 7-1 these last 7 games because they suck.
Go ahead.
Although I will say this, I think that is very, very, very close between Detroit and Dallas.
And,
I just said that.
and that's where I'm going.
Because if
who
Dallas
they
has
play?
to play Green Bay,
I think they have a problem with Green Bay. I think they have a problem with Seattle. Though.
I'm gonna go this.
either or.
I'm gonna go this road. When it comes to Dallas, look at Dallas, little behind the scenes. They become Detroit Lions in the first round in every playoff game. They have never gotten to that second round. They've had that first round. You know what? Other than a Jimmy Johnson era when they went gone far.
I don't know, but
Other than that, they maybe got a
Think of
home game
this.
and lost.
let's do this though. The Dallas just beat Detroit on that fucked up call, right?
Right.
Dallas win, Detroit win. We got the rematch
Yeah, but I read
Also
that.
in
true.
Dallas.
But I would rather had that rematch in Detroit.
I would too.
You know,
Also true.
but I'm
only
not
way we get that,
to go back.
they
To
both
Dallas.
got to lose a week. The Dallas got to lose and Philly got to lose.
If we play Dallas in the second round, this team,
I don't think
the way
Detroit.
they play this year,
I don't think
I
Detroit.
think they're going to be.
I don't think Detroit's scared to go into Dallas and play. They showed that already.
Which is something I really want to touch on. I secretly hope that we do get to play them again, because that fucking loss left a bad taste in my mouth.
I tell you this.
I want that.
I chose
rematch.
Dallas to win that game because of that. But if they go back there, oh shit! You talk about Dave Campbell fired up, all them fired up. They're not gonna leave it up to the last
At all. At all.
Talking about like what you call it, same old storyline stuff.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Stafford comes here, Lions beat Stafford, then Lions go to Dallas, you go play that game again against the Dallas, and finish that game out this time? Talking about same old storyline. If that happens,
I'm here for it.
And another thing too, real quick before we move on, or where we're gonna go with this. But remember, this year, it's the second year that they have like wild card weekends: 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday Night Football.
They're gonna flex it to Monday.
If the Rams are coming to Detroit,
They're flexing it to Monday.
that's Monday Night Football.
They're flexing
You
out to
know
Monday.
that's Monday
No
Night
doubt.
Football wild card
Yep.
game.
No doubt.
You
They're
know
flexing out
that's
to Monday.
that's happening.
Hey, America, y'all stay tuned to see how all this shakes out. Sunday is gonna be fun day. Root for your team. Okay, let's get down to this last little bit of business. This ain't gonna take long. And I
Didn't take
hate
him
to
that
have
long.
to do it, but
Didn't take him going on back on the loose.
it's a
We'll
storyline.
talk about as many wins as they have.
Yeah.
3
so
minutes.
Saturday,
We'll talk 3 minutes about it.
Saturday, while the Detroit Lions were getting hosed,
Figures the Pistons win. Nobody knows.
the Pistons won a game.
They
broke-
beat a undermanned Toronto team.
Hey, a win is a win.
We lost to an undermanned Utah team when they came into town.
But the Pistons break a 28-game losing streak on Saturday. They immediately followed that up Monday by losing by 21.
Momentum's not a
Got that monkey off our back.
The next day started, as Jim Lee used to
They
say.
were still celebrating that win on Saturday.
Yeah.
As Jim Lee used to say, momentum only goes to your next day starter.
So, America, here we are now.
What's
The
the number,
Pistons
20?
are playing tonight. And by the next time we come to air, the Pistons will have played 5 more games.
5 games.
What's their record going to be by this time next Wednesday? 0-5, 1-4, 2-3.
3 away,
3-2.
3 away on the West Coast, 2 at home.
So I'm gonna say this. Don't even finish that statement.
Wait, you actually
I'm gonna say
think about this?
I just don't want them to lose 70 games. Don't do that, please. Don't
Okay.
do that.
It's going to
That's
happen.
fair.
They are going to lose 70 games.
I hope not.
Listen,
That's
they're
a lot of
they're
fucking
not
games to
going
lose.
They're not going to win 13.
70.
They're not going to win 13.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking
They're
games
not.
to lose.
But let's just deal with this. Let's just deal with this incrementally. 5 games. 0-5, 1-4, 2-3, 3-2, 4-1.
I think the
5-0.
Pistons will beat the Spurs.
So 1-4.
So,
Pretty
all right,
much.
All right, so
All right, fine. Let's go.
it is a new year.
Franchise, let's go through it.
It is a new year. I got it. It's a new year.
They play
I-
the Jazz tonight.
I'm going to be a little more positive about our Detroit teams.
They play the Jazz tonight. They're gonna win
I'm going to go 2-3.
2-3. All right, 2-3. You say 1-4.
1-4.
My 2 wins. Don't take this wrong. My 2 wins are going to be, for some reason, these guys play the fucking Warriors really, really good. For some reason, they played the Warriors.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
I think they beat the Warriors, and I think
What'd
they
you
come
say?
back and redeem themselves and beat the Spurs.
They
And
beat
those are
who?
going to be my 2 wins.
Hold up, man. Let me put this phone down.
No, for some reason, they
Something
play
wrong with my ears. They gonna be who?
the Warriors.
In San Fran.
They play the Warriors well. If you
They
look
gonna beat them at home.
They have before.
The Warriors ain't the Warriors of old. Not
It
this
don't
year.
matter. The
The
Pistons are the Pistons of never. They ain't never been like this.
That's a fair point.
They're not beating the Warriors in San Fran.
You got 1-4. You got 2
I
and
got 2
3.
and 3. And that's because it might be nicer. New
There.
Year's resolution. Other than Kenny over there,
Franchise?
Whip, who hasn't done nothing.
I'm gonna be even nicer than you.
Oh my God, both of y'all be drinking too
winning
much.
record coming.
Been drinking too much.
3-2.
Who your
Over the next
wins?
5.
Who your wins?
They're going to beat the Jazz tonight. They're going to beat the Warriors.
Oh,
I'm
stop
with
it, dude.
franchise on
Stop
this
it.
one.
I think they might. Yeah,
What, Steph Curry ain't playing?
Well, shit, I don't know. I hope not.
Golden State is not even playoffs right now.
But they beat the Jazz, they beat the Warriors, they lose to the Nuggets, they lose to the Kings, and they beat the Spurs.
Victor
3-2.
Wembanyama comes to the town they should have been drafted at.
Mm-hmm.
They should have been here, but oh well.
I see you putting the storyline together. I see you.
And they'll be mad.
They
They'll
should
be
have
mad.
been.
That's how I think it's going to go.
Detroit.
They not beating the
Let
Warriors.
me
man.
let me say that. Let me rephrase that.
I
That's
can
how I
give you-
hope it's going to go.
I can give you the Jazz, but they're not beating the Warriors.
Man, listen. I got to have some type of hope.
You remember when the Warriors were good?
I do.
You remember they were good?
They're
They're not
still a
good.
pretty good team.
They're not good now.
They're still a pretty good team.
They're an
They
infinitely better
they're
team
losing
Uh,
record.
They're not
than
3
the
and 30.
Pistons.
They still
Yeah,
fight
true.
for. They still fight for the
You
playoffs.
talking 3 for
But
30
to
or
be,
talking about the
hold
Lions
on,
or the Pistons
to
record?
be fair, the Warriors record isn't that much better than the Raptors record.
But let me tell you about this though.
Just saying.
The Raptors, like I said, Raptors have made the trade.
I know they had
All the
made a
people,
trade
hold on,
that day.
wait a minute,
I know.
all the people there. But the Warriors beat them. I'll be damned if the Pistons gonna beat us. They gonna play hard that night. If I'm any team in the NBA, I'm not letting the Pistons beat me.
I hear you.
I don't want to be. And I'm a Pistons. I like the Pistons. But if I'm on the other team, I don't want to be part of that legacy.
I can't even fight you on this.
I want to be. Hey, that's
I
the
hear
Pistons
you.
beat them. Hold up. They better win at least 10 games here. But the 10 teams they beat, I don't want to be part of that.
The 16
hear
and
you.
17 Golden State Warriors.
Yep. Hey, we gonna see. But America, that does it for sports in layman's terms. I'm sure you heard something ridiculous because he's on the panel.
I didn't say it. Might have been Steve-O.
But give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. You can find us on Facebook at Sports in Layman's Terms. You can find us on Twitter,
Go
X,
there,
whatever.
like the page, subscribe to Sports Layman Terms on YouTube.
You can also find
Join the
us
chat.
on X. Is it X? Is it Twitter? Have we made the
X.
decision?
I think
It's
It's
X.
X now?
I think it's called X, but
Everybody still
Alright.
refers to it as Twitter, though.
Just checking. Anyway, we're on X at Layterm Sport. Like where franchise said, you can find us on YouTube right here at Sports in Layman's Terms. We're here
Hit that red button.
every
Give us a like and
Wednesday
subscribe.
night. Like, subscribe, share,
Get a burger.
and more importantly,
Get a burger.
come and be part of a live studio audience with us. Snookers Livonia every Wednesday. And for the new year, we're going to start moving around. So we might be coming to a watering hole near you. On behalf of the whole Sports in Layman's Terms crew, Willie Soso, franchise WIP, good night. Time to go drink more.
Y'all be good.
Go Lions. And go blue.
Boo.
You